first got to the league. He was a known shooter, and his jumper wasn't as good as it was when he retired. Am I comparing him to any of those? No, I'm not. I am comparing his elevation to their elevation. Get a young man some time, and hopefully he would develop that part of his game instead of condemning him again for what he can't do. Let's look at what he does do. Look at the impact that he has on the game. So with that being said, Ben Simmons is my number 7. Back to the National Football League. Tom Coughlin, a guy who I like. I actually like him. He's a tough guy, kind of like my mom. He has the same mentality as my mom. That's why what he says don't really bother me. My mom was one of those people, if you on time, you late. And so I get it. But everybody didn't grow up in that kind of household, so I understand people who don't get it. If you didn't grow up under those situations, you don't get Tom Coughlin. You think, man, this dude is tripping. Okay, I get it. You don't get it. You weren't born in that situation. You're not familiar with that type of discipline, and I understand being upset. But at the same time, I think Tom Coughlin overstepped his boundaries this week. It is OTA time in the National Football League. Voluntarily get condition training. Volunteer, meaning without force, without being forced, meaning you have the option to say no. And if you have the option to say no, for Tom Coughlin to go to the media and pretty much sick the Jacksonville Jaguar fans on Smith and the cornerback who be talking a lot. I can't think of his name right now. Jalen Ramsey is his name. Tyron Smith and Jalen Ramsey. I think that was reckless. And I lost a lot of respect for him for doing that because people, again, this is what I was talking to Angry Black Man about earlier. This is why people in the podcast universe and Angry Black Man, like Angry Black Man, Jungle Brother, and others, this is why we have to grab hold to new sports fans and not just have them highlight watches. Because if they highlight watches, what they'll end up doing is this. They'll hear Tom Coughlin say, hey man, these dudes should show up at OTAs, not truly understanding that this is a voluntary situation. And then they'll think he's not dedicated to winning because the propaganda has been put out there. And when you put that propaganda out there, you put the player in a situation to whereas when it's time for him to negotiate for a contract, he's going to get public backlash. It's going to be a domino effect of negativity running towards your players. 2, why would you want to start that ish storm in your locker room? Because again, just like people just believe whatever the head person said because he's the HIC. That was stupid. But the HCIC, head Caucasian in charge. That was hilarious. I had to say it again. So funny I had to say it again. But yeah, just because he the guy and he got 2 Super Bowl rings, you will listen to him. You will give what he says credence. I think that was very reckless on his part. Or it couldn't have been reckless. It could have been purposely done to make Mr. Ramsey and Mr. Smith look bad. Either way, you don't need that type of action. And this goes directly into my next point. Negotiating of contracts. Y'all hear old H-Rap say it all the time. Man, get the money, get the money, get the money, get the money. One of our brothers from the NFL by the name of Russell Wilson, go Hogs, time to go to bed. Russell Wilson got paid this week. Big ups to him. I have nothing but the utmost respect for that guy for getting his money, standing firm to ensure that he was going to get paid. Unlike he didn't fall for the take one for the team propaganda. He's laid down a date and he stood strong on his date. Much love to him, man. I got nothing but love on the heavy D side for him. But this is why I say, hey man, skip that team concept. It's all about you. And this is why I say that. Just imagine. Kev, D Great, and other Cowboy fans, sorry to kick y'all team, but I have to. I don't have any issue with the Dallas Cowboys. If you are my age, 49, between 49 and like 43 and older, you damn near, if you didn't live in New York, Philadelphia, or DC, you was damn near Washington or Pittsburgh. You was damn near a Dallas Cowboy fan because they was on TV just that much. With that being said, look at the situation with the Dallas Cowboys. They want this brother to take a hometown discount. Stephen Jones goes to the public and says, "Hey, he has to understand that we can't max him out because we got other players to pay and yada 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 yada." Instantly sicken the fans on this dude because if he wants to get as much money as he can get, he would have if he want to get as much money as he need to get, he would take less money so they can ensure that the team will be better. But how about this? What y'all did to that left, one of the best left tackles in the game, a couple years ago, gave him an 8-year deal. He took less money. Now, this is one time H-Rap would take less money. You pay me early, secure me early, and then I'll take less money. So if I'm up for 80 on a new contract, but if you come to me with 65 to 70 or 68, I'll give you that 12 back to make it light on your salary cap and give me more guaranteed years. But they don't do that. As me and Angry Black Man was talking earlier, what they do is, oh, I don't want him to get hurt. I don't want this to happen. I don't want that to. They push you to the limit, squeeze every dime out you because they know they got that franchise tag in their back pocket. And then they say, hey, won't you look out for us? You could have looked out for me a year ago or even 2 years ago when you saw I had the skills. Let's be honest, man. Is Dak Prescott Tom Brady? Nope. Is Dak Prescott a bunch of these dudes? Nope. But they always talk about all these guys better than Dak Prescott. I am currently looking at a list of NFL teams right now. All 32 teams. Historically, Tom Brady is better than Dak Prescott. Historically. His resume reads better. But physically, he's not better than Dak Prescott. He cannot do what Dak Prescott can do. This kid in Los Angeles, he's not better than Dak Prescott. The kid in Kansas City, he is equal to, has the potential to be greater than Dak Prescott. But the difference in him is this. Patrick Mahomes, he has an excellent coaching staff that helps him get on the right track. At this point, Phillip Rivers is not better than Dak Prescott. Again, we're not talking about the resume. We're talking about it is the 20th of April 2019. If it was a football game to be played, Phillip Rivers can't throw the ball as far as Dak Prescott. He's never been able to run like Dak Prescott. He might be able to read defenses better, but Dak Prescott, when we're talking about in a perfect situation, and I should have said that initially, in a perfect situation, excellent coaching, excellent offensive line, weapons, Phillip Rivers has shown us time and time and time again he cannot get it done. So guess what? He is not better than Dak Prescott. Ever. Now, back the Raiders, my quarterback, Derek Carr, is not better than Dak Prescott. I would say Andrew Luck is better than Dak Prescott because he went to an AFC. He progressively improved each year, and he might have had a coach who's on the lightweight retarded side of the game. And he never had no offensive line, and they had this dude running around like they got Cam Newton running around. By the way, fun fact, Andrew Luck only had a 0.2 of a second worse 40 time than Cam Newton. So why ain't they running him on them damn quarterback dives and stuff like that? So so I don't want to hear that nonsense. I'm gonna keep going up this list, y'all. The Eagles quarterback Walker Wentz, I would say he's better, but he's unhealthy, so I ain't going with that. The brother in Texas, the brother in Texas, he only had 1 year. He's equal to Lamar, not greater than. Russell, better than. Big Ben, choking ass. No, he's not better than Dak. He's equal to, but he's not better than because he throws too many picks. The Tennessee Titans, not better than. Kirk Cousins is stealing. God, get him a ski mask. Get somebody to tattoo a ski mask on his face because he's stealing from the Minnesota Vikings. Eli, not better than Dak. Cam is better than Dak. Nobody in the city of DC is better than Dak. Matt Ryan is equal to Dak. The Dolphins not better than Dak. Foles is not better than Dak. Rodgers better than Dak. The Bengals, no. The Broncos, no. The Bills, no. Pat Stafford, because that's what his name is. All he does is Pat Stats. Pat Stafford, no. The Jacksonville Jaguars, anybody listen to this damn podcast right now, Dak, he better than them. I think he's equal to Jameis. Until Jameis get his act together with the picks, I'm gonna get an edge to Dak. The Raiders again, no. The Jets, no. The 49ers, no. You only played 7 games. You cannot be better than Dak. And the Cardinals, no. So stop Deshaun Watson. I flipped back and saw this. I was on another page, y'all. I flipped back. So stop telling me Dak ain't that. Ain't this and ain't that. You got guys with better resumes, but today, Dak Prescott is a top 10 quarterback in the National Football League. I didn't say Drew Brees. His arm is garbage right now. Again, his resume reads better than Dak. Physically, on the 20th of April, 2019, he's not better than Dak. If you put them in the same situation, Dak has shown. And let's not forget, you can't tell me Dak ain't good enough and then turn around and say Jason Garrett is a moron. Because if a moron is teaching me, I'm going to get moron. You're going to get moron results. So, I've been saying this for years. Your first year in the league, if you start to excel, like the brother, shout out to RC, thank you for Deshaun Watson. Like the brother Deshaun Watson, that was based on what Dabo gave him and offensive coordinators there. If he does not continue to improve, if he continues to excel, then I get a quarterback, the coaches in Texas, the credit. Otherwise, that's Dabo's job. That's Dabo's work. Get out my face with that nonsense. Big ups to Deshaun for even being dope in a bad situation. No quarterback has as many wins as Dak since he entered the NFL. Bingo. Jerry Jones, if you would have paid him, if mid-season when he took off, you came up and said, Dak, let me hit you with this little bread now, then you can ask him for a discount. But don't wait until you have to pay me and then show up with a damn coupon. I ain't trying to hear. Jimmy G only got 11 games on film. The 49ers gave him $200 million. Nobody's ever mentioned him hurting the team or nothing. Exactly, Jungle. Exactly. That's exactly what I'm talking about. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. When it's time to pay the bros, it's he need talent around him. Who don't need talent around him? Guess what? Aaron Rodgers was 40 touchdown God. You took all his weapons away, he 22 touchdowns. Tom Brady got one of the greatest coaches in the history of the game. That's why it's looking good. Guess what? What was Tom Brady physically able to do in that Super Bowl? Nothing. What was he able to do in the first 2 rounds of the playoffs? Sonny Michel carried the hell out of the ball. As I told y'all, I'm not the I told y'all dude. I try not to be because I think it's some sucker shit, but I have to say it this time. I told y'all, you run to win, you throw to score. Sonny Michel set rookie playoff records last year to allow somebody with the tuition of a Tom Brady, the intelligence and intestinal fortitude to hit open guys. I'm not taking any away the greatness of this man, but he's finished. He's fried. Finito. It's over for him without Sonny Michel. And he had one good game out of the last 6, and that was against the fucking Dolphins because they don't have a pass rush. If you make, I'm going to say this, mark my words, when the season starts, Tom Brady, the goal with every team that plays the Patriots is to stop Sonny Michel and put him on his behind. Trust me, that's the plan. Dak is going to get his money. I think he's going to get between $28-30 million per season when he gets his new contract. I hope you are 1,000% correct. Kev from Clutch Conversation. I hope you're right, man. Because I'm sick and tired. I'm sick and tired of this nonsense. Oh, he need weapons. Trubisky needed weapons. He looked like stir-fried caca in here in Chicago until they got them weapons. Derek Carr didn't look like ish when you took away Bryant, when you took away King Crab, and when you took away my man in Dallas, Cooper. He looked like nothing. So miss me with that. By the way, Alex Smith got a boatload of money and he had a bunch of weapons and